Looking at outsourcing, where does a parent even start with, how do I figure out what's going to work
Yeah.
best for us?
Well, I probably wouldn't start with an entire online accredited program.
Yeah.
I
You
think
might spend
starting
a
small.
lot of money ahead of
Yeah.
time and then say, oh, we're done.
Yes. I mean, I
Yeah.
think what you got to understand is that when you are dealing with homeschooling, and especially homeschooling a child with any kind of special learning needs, you are going to somewhat be trial and error, and you've
Yeah.
got to be both flexible and gracious with yourself and with your child.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I wouldn't do something that is going to be a huge financial investment that you're going to feel like I have to be, we have to do this or die, like we got to finish this
Right.
up.
Yeah.
And this is the hill I'm going to die on, because chances are you have a lot of things that you're dealing with that are struggles with your kid. And so,
Mm-hmm.
do something that you feel like you can live with, and that you feel like if it doesn't work, you'll be okay to let go of, because
That's really good advice.
you've really got to be
Mm-hmm.
flexible. You want to preserve the relationship with your child, and that's the reason you're outsourcing, most likely,
Exactly. Yep.
to do something that is either beyond your ability or beyond your ability to interact well with your child. And
Mm-hmm.
so, if you can do something where you can try it and not have to be committed, then great.
Right. Yeah.
But,
Mm-hmm.
like with tutoring, you could say, hey, I'd like to try a session with you. Can I get it? Ask. I mean, there's no knowing unless you ask.
Mm-hmm.
Can we try this out for a few weeks? Do we have to commit for any length of time, or what those kind of things are? But I would definitely start small,
Mm-hmm.
and realizing that you're going to build on
Yeah,
what you start
yeah,
with.
because you can create a massive schedule without even, really thinking about it when you
Yeah.
start adding all these options in, because there's so many
Right.
good options,
Yes.
but you only want the ones that are the best for your child, not
Right.
everything.
Well, and I think that when you look at a co-op or a cottage school or something where you're going to be committing a decent amount of time, and kind of once you start, you're going to be committed to it. I mean,
Yeah.
talk to the leaders of that first and say, what do you do for, my child has this, whatever,
Yes.
and
Uh-huh.
how do you handle that? And are you well equipped? Because
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately, there's a lot of, whether it's schools or co-ops or whatever, that really want to be compassionate, and they want to admit your child. But if they can't
Yeah.
serve your child, that's not
Mm-hmm.
fair to you, to them, or to your child, especially. And so,
Exactly.
sitting down and ironing out those expectations with them, and having that communication with them on the front end,
Mm-hmm.
is very wise.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
because otherwise, you're just setting yourself and everybody up for disappointment, and maybe for hard
Mm-hmm.
feelings.